Who do you think you are? Don't come on here. Two big old spiders.
What the heck?
Yeah, I get to go get it. You did that, didn't you?
Heck. Man.
Yes, you did, dude. Let's get the bags on. All right, Paul, so I don't have my bags.
Did you take mine out as well?
Yours are in there. Don't forget your bags at home. Man.
Probably the red bag in the sockets case.
Yeah, I'll grab the red bag. Here, grab your bags. What a rookie, bro. We'll get the big bag out. Caution tape. Bro, we won our first All-Star game.
Did you?
Yeah. You wanna know what the score was? 23-20. 43 runs, dude. It was longer than an MLB game, bro. We were there for almost 3 hours. All right, you got yours? Gotta get that coffee. And then my uncle came into town. We went golfing yesterday. I was like 70 over par. I bought 15 balls and I lost like 14 of them. I don't like golfing, dude. It's not my favorite thing, but we got to hang out with family, so that was fun.
Yeah.
Look at that, dude, huh? Backfilled and ready to go. So they got the conduits hooked up underground, and then you guys came out last week and backfilled, right?
Yeah.
So these conduits are now in the bottom of this transformer, and we found out that they're actually gonna replace this transformer.
Really?
Yep. So they're gonna pull this old one off, and they're gonna put a brand new one on top of it. That looks great. We're ready on this side. So today we need to, I wanna go check that side over there on that side. And then we wanna go upstairs, put the panels together. One of the commenters on YouTube was thinking exactly what I was thinking. We wanna put the whole thing together, and then I wanna actually get dimensions and measurements on the wall here to make sure that everything's gonna fit. And then we'll order our gutter can that's gonna go below.
Yeah.
And order all the parts and pieces, because this one is now released from the utility company. So I should be getting a call in a day or two saying exactly when we're gonna do the Disco Rico. And then the two other crews that we're bringing in to help us on the day of the upgrade, I need to schedule with them, make sure that the day that we schedule it actually works with them. You know what I mean? Because they run their own jobs as well, and we need to make sure that they're available. I don't wanna mess around at all on this one. We wanna make sure that we have everything that we need, extra bodies on site. So this thing needs to go seamlessly. So let's go check the other side real quick. Every time I hit a ball golfing yesterday, it just slices. I hit golf balls like a baseball bat, and I turn my hips. So when I hit it, it goes like, and it's like way off to the left, dude. So this is our problem. This one has not been fun at all. What happened here, Paul? Explain to everybody what happened here.
Well, we didn't have them extended out because the trench was cut differently. So they were kind of poking in towards the wall. They were so short because it had to hit all the way back. The 90 back there had to be all the way against the wall.
Right. So we had it cut from this corner straight that way. So none of this was dug out, if you remember from the previous episodes. And when they got out here, they could not get the conduits enough space to work to get up into the bottom. So they told us that they wanted us to cut out more right here. So that's what you guys did, what, last week?
Yeah.
Last week. So now we extended the conduits even further now, and you can see down there, now we can get up into where we need to go. They still need to come back out for the final glue on the last pieces, and then we can clear this and backfill this back again.
Yeah.
So that'll be at some point this week, because they should come out today or tomorrow to check these conduits and make sure that they're good and then get them installed. So I'm not as concerned with this side right now because we're doing the other side first.
Yeah.
But this still needs to get closed up. Number one, I don't like having this open trench if someone were to fall in, liability reasons. And two, that is priority over there. Let's close this up and then let's go start working on the panel upstairs. Can't believe I forgot my bags, bro. Man, I saw them in my garage too on yesterday. And I was like, dude, put those in the van right now, or you are gonna forget them in the morning. Cause in the morning, I'm just like, go, 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 go. You know, I wanna get on the road as fast as possible. All right, so I think we talked about this on the last episode as well, but there's actually a coupling that needs to go in here for the busing.
Oh yeah, to space it out.
Because the utility company requires a minimum from edge of the panel to center of the meter, minimum of 10 inches. So if this meter pack is right up against here, it's not gonna work.
Yeah, it needs to have.
So it's like literally just like a 6-inch piece of coupling of busing that's gonna bolt on, but we can still bolt this on right now, make sure that everything works and lines up, and then be able to just add the coupling as soon as we get it. And I talked to the supplier, and the coupling's supposed to show up today or tomorrow. Grab the sockets real quick. 7/16. You got your brand new channies on you. Look at that. There it is. All those screws need to come off. Put them in order so we don't lose them. Don't lose those screws.
What kind of sandwiches them? Here, let me pull it out.
Yeah, let's look at that real quick. Okay. So here's our connection. Okay, that's perfect, dude.
Yeah, it goes.
You don't even have to take it off. So the fork's right here. That's just gonna slide in right into this groove here, like that, right there. And then this torques down. It's got a breakaway nut on there, it looks like. So once you tighten, do you know what that is? Breakaway nut. So what this is right here is once this gets tight enough, right there, this piece right here, this back piece will break off. And that lets you know that it's tight. For proper torque, right here, tighten until outer nut breaks. So they're breakaway. I see these a lot when we do seismic on big buildings. We had a lot of these. It's very quick, so you don't have to get a torque wrench for all of them.
Yeah.
You just tighten it, and as soon as that breaks off, it just snaps. And then you know that you're torqued down.
And then you could use that cover right there for the end one.
Yep, for the last one. This cover right here that we took off of this side right here, this cover will go on the last one to cover it up. Because that last one, here, let's look at that real quick. Does that last one have busing that comes out the left side as well?
I think so.
It does. Yeah, right there. Yep. And it's all 3-phase. All I want to do is just get a couple of them put together, and then we'll know exactly the dimensions. We don't need to do all of them because that's not mounted on the wall, and if we're not mounting it and the bottoms don't line up, it's just gonna want to fall down. You know what I mean? Let's just do the first one. We'll hold it up, and then we'll do one next to it, and that'll let us know, okay, here's our exact dimensions across, and then we'll be able to pull everything off of that dimension.
How does that thing work?
It's probably going to be exactly like those, where it has breakaway nuts on them
On
both sides, and it just cracks off. And then you hook this one up and it'll just go, and it's gonna be all weatherproof. It's gonna have this gasket just like that on both sides, and it'll just connect. So let's see if we can't just slide this into position really quick. Make sure these are loosened, right? And those are carriage bolts back there, so they should hold in place while we try and tighten them. Set up, ready? Oh, that ain't bad at all, dude. So that's gonna go. It slides in. There we go. There we go. Yeah, so then those screws will screw the whole thing together. It's gonna be way easier when this is mounted, where we can get it to line up perfect, you know?
Because you could shove it.
Yeah, right. Just like that. I'm just gonna go lightly with this. I don't want to strip them out. Just make sure we can actually get to them with the socket. For the breakaway. So this is something with the breakaways that you gotta know that you're right. You gotta know that it's exactly where it needs to be before you snap them off, because you don't want to mess that up. So on the day of the disco reco, we'll have everything already down there, ready to go. We'll have all our bends for the damaged conduits. Everything's laid out, ready to go. We'll try and prefab the bends on any, I mean, we're gonna buy prefab bends for everything. Yeah. So that it's just ready to plug and play, and we'll try and prefab the whole thing if we can, you know?
My guess last time was 110 inches.
110? Okay.
But that's not counting that space either.
Let me see a tape. Well, we basically have, I mean, they're literally right on the metal, dude. It has like an 1/8 of an inch gap in between there. Let's add all these up real quick. From edge to edge, you have 12 3/8. How many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 times 12 3/8.
7 times 12 is 84. And then 7 times 3/8.
86 and 5/8. Yeah, 86 and 5/8.
Perfect. You got it. Okay, so 86 and 5/8 plus from this edge, 26 and 1/8 to that.
Plus 26 and 1/8.
Yeah. Do you have a fraction calculator? Is that what you're doing? Really?
112 and 3/4.
112 and 3/4? And you said 110 originally?
Yeah.
That was very close.
And that's adding the space too.
Yeah, that's adding the little space.
Yeah.
So 112 and what is our final? 112 and 3/4. So it hangs over the top 6 inches and below 18 inches. So for all these, the bottoms will line up.
Yeah.
Do you see that? It's just this first one is up high. So all of them are going to be 6 inches above the top, right? And then the bottoms are all going to, no, they're not. Except those ones get shorter.
Yeah.
Okay. But the bottoms are going to line up. So we're good for a gutter all the way across the bottom. That's awesome.
The meters line.
Because you can see here, right there, right there. They're all lined up and they're all sitting on the ground. Here, scoot over. Yeah, they're all lined up. Just like that. So the tops will stagger down. That's perfect, dude. And then we'll put a gutter right across the bottom. You got a Sharpie on you?
Yeah.
All right, you got a tape measure?
Yep.
So we need to get these laid out. The meter height is what's gonna dictate where everything else goes, because they gave us from 3 feet down at the bottom to 6'3" at the top.
Yeah.
So I say we look at 6'3". Okay, so we got 6'3" up there, and then the disconnect is 6 inches, or what's the height? What's the height of the panel above that?
9 3/4.
9 3/4. So it's above our tarp. We have to do it on the outside, dude. 6'3", approximate 9 3/4. Yeah, right about there. So there's the top of the meter stack. Right up there. And that's gonna be just the first two, right? Because then the next two drop down. So that's a little bit high, but it's all right. And then we're going 6 inches down from there, right? Is the top of the disconnect. Right there.
Yep.
Right? So that gives us, like right there. Okay. And then what's the height of the disconnect?
69.
69 is right. Right there. Got it? Okay. So that's gonna hang below a little bit. And then let me see the tape. That's fine. We'll still mount it to the wood, and then from the wood, 4.5. So from here, 4.5 below the wood. Basically on the bottom of that strut right there. From there we have 18 inches, right?
18.
18 to bottom.
Yep.
So right here.
Oh, we got plenty.
We got plenty of space, dude. And then our gutter can will go 6 inches down, right? So there's our gutter, and that'll go straight across. These conduits are a little bit crooked.
I think you will wiggle them.
We can straighten them out. Yeah, we can straighten them out. But let's say, what'd you say, 6 3/4? Right on the edge of the stucco there, right there.
Yeah.
Okay. So we can pull from that stucco, what'd we say, 112?
112.
Okay, so hold me on there. I said 112 3/4, right? Bro, I love it.
like perfect.
112 and 3/4. Right about there.
Is that gutter?
The only thing that has to move is that gutter. Everything else is gonna fit all the way down. It's perfect, bro. So meter stack is, or the disconnect is low. And then meter stack is 6 inches above.
Okay.
Right? Next one is 6 inches above. We have 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3. Or is it 3 5s?
3 5s.
So 5, 5, 5 up at the high height.
Yeah.
And then 4, 4, 3, 3.
Yeah.
Coming down here. That's perfect, dude. All this is gonna be ripped off. Every single one of those is gone. Yeah, let's get the gutter.
25 1/4.
25 1/4.
Plus.
So 25 1/4. Right here. Okay.
All the way to the
What's that dimension? Oh yeah, all the way to the end. So what's that? Just eyeball on that mark. Okay, so about 86 1/2. Can we go any further to give us just a little extra?
Maybe like 3 inches.
I mean, we don't necessarily need to go that far because we just need to go to the end of the conduits right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, bring it back all the way right there to the edge of that one. Yeah, right there. 6 feet. Here's our mark right here. 6 feet. So 6 by 6 by 6.
6 by 6.
I don't like that number, but. And then we'll re-dig all this out right here. We're gonna get the meter stacks down here, leaned up, probably against this bush, right? All ready for the day.
Yeah.
And then we'll be golden, dude, and we'll do the conduits underneath, fix all those conduits, mount everything. We'll have 2 separate crews here on the day of. We should be able to get this thing done, no problem, dude. Those 2 will need to go into the side of the gutter there.
What the heck?
What? Bro, what are we doing here, bro? They hooked up one of the SCR cables. They need to... Paul, you did that, didn't you?
Heck no.
Yes, you did, dude. All right, whatever. The other thing you did, Paul, is you labeled every single one of these meters. So we can see this is house meter. House meter. We want the blue tape on there. Why is the blue tape on there, Paul?
So we know where they go.
Right, so when the utility company takes all the meters off, that they know exactly which one it goes back to.
Yeah.
And we already labeled the meter stacks up above exactly what they need to be.
Yeah.
As far as what apartment they are. So apartment 1 has tape on the top. Right here, apartment 12A has 12A on the top. 10, 10, 28, 28, 12, 12, 14, 14. Everything is perfectly labeled, ready to go. That's labeled, everything's laid out. The last thing that we need to do is the inspector brought up the AIC rating and what are the interior panels. And 90% of the interior panels have already been replaced to square D. So they're series rated because our main disconnect is square D, all our meter packs are square D, and a whole bunch of the panels inside are square D. And I found the documentation, it's all square D series rated. So those ones are good, but there still is about 6 panels inside that are Zinsco panels. So for those ones, I told them the ones that are closest to this meter main setup here are probably gonna have to be changed out so that they have the series rating, or you have to find rated breaker to put in the Zinsco and have fun finding that, dude, and how expensive that would be. So they're gonna change out those sub panels, but what we need to do is we need to get the exact wire size and the footages estimated to Derek, and he's gonna run all the AIC calcs for us to let us know, okay, if you are over 50 feet because of the wire size and the resistance in the wire, you don't need to change out the main breaker.
Yeah.
So he's gonna run those calcs for us, and the inspector said that as long as we have that documentation and the calculations done, he would be fine with it. So the ones that are on the far end of the building, I'm not concerned with until we get to the other side, and then we have to have that same AIC rating and the calculations done for that side as well. So let's check and see what size wire this is real quick. Do you remember what it is?
Yeah, they're number 2s.
They're number 2s, and it's aluminum, right?
Aluminum.
Okay, so that's all he needs. And he needs conduit type, conduit size, and then our footages. So it's 1.25 inch. It goes from EMT to PVC, and then he'll run all those calcs for us. So I'm gonna get that over to him today. Oh, the other thing, dude, let's call Angel real quick.
What's up, Steven?
Angel, sorry to blow your phone up. Hey, quick question, those main breakers?
I have the 60 and the
In the hundreds? Okay, yeah, let me know as soon as you hear on those hundreds, or on the 90s, and let me know when those show up.
Okay.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right.
All right, bye. Let's see if we got some gloves in here, and I'm gonna go pick up the hundreds and the 60 amp breakers. I'm also gonna go order all the material for the other site that we're starting today as well.
Okay.
And I wanna run over there, go check with the guys. They're taking apart the fencing and all that stuff today. So I wanna get that done. And then tomorrow we're gonna show up on site over there with them, lay out the conduits on the ground exactly where they're gonna dig, and then we're gonna spray paint everything so that they know their exact conduit path as they're digging. You know what I'm saying? Let's go head over to the other job we're starting today, check on those guys, and then run up to Rexel and Escondido. Before we do that though, I need to write a invoice for last week. If you guys didn't know, I use QuickBooks Online to do all of my organization for the business. So you can see here, you can write an estimate, you can write an invoice, you can snap receipts, you can take payments here, set up different customers so that they're already set up in your system. I just click add customer right here. So let's just say it's me. Right here, I can state what it is, right? So for here, it's electrical services. Come in here, put the description, installation of switch. What's the rate? 300 bucks, right? Add that right in there. And then all of my customers' information is already in here that I've saved from before. I can add to allow bank transfer if they want to pay with ACH right here. Cards and Apple Pay. I can accept PayPal and Venmo. I mean, you can just check those, toggle them on and off. It's a super amazing app. If you guys want to use this and you want to try it out, you get 30% off your first 6 months if you use the link that I put down in the description. The other thing I really love in here is it links it to my CPA. When they go to do my taxes at the end of the year, everything is already categorized. It's phenomenal. So I'm gonna write this invoice and then we'll head up north. Let's go check on this project. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Ready to get this one going?
Yeah. I want to get back to you yet?
No. Let's give him a call real quick. Actually, he just texted me. We're good to go.
Cool.
All right, I did not bring the conduit down. I had to order it, but this is where the utility transformer is gonna go.
Okay.
So we need to put, like we said, 4-inch in the ground right here. So going from the current utility pole, we're gonna come down, they're gonna come down with 2. We're gonna go straight right here, up into the primary side of the transformer, and then come back out with our secondaries, coming this way.
Okay.
We need to get rid of whatever we need to get rid of here. And then, like we said, come up in that side over there.
Right.
Right there.
Okay.
So you guys are gonna start jackhammering today, is that right?
Yeah.
And
And
then-
we're gonna remove all this dirt.
Okay.
Get it all moved out of the way, all the trash. Probably get it thrown in here.
Yep.
Whatever trash we see, no pallets or anything, just trash. And then we'll give this a nice little socket around here. Also along this side.
Okay.
Where we need to get inside, because if the concrete goes inside the box. It looks like a little bit. I don't know if it goes all the way to the wall, but we'll figure it out
Yeah.
once we move the dirt out of the way.
Yeah, and you probably only need like 12 inches.
Mm-hmm.
It's just 2 4-inch conduits.
Okay.
So if you want to go a little wider to give yourself extra space, you can do that. I mean, I'll leave that up to you.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, and then once we get here, like I said, I'm taking this out today.
okay.
For sure, I'll cut out this branch here. What I'm gonna try to
100%.
I'm
Yeah,
thinking
because
of-
this tree's right in the way. And
Yeah.
let's see. Yeah, so we need to go right through there and over that way. That'll be good.
What I'm gonna try to do is save the tree if we can.
Yeah, because he was saying something about San Diego and their tree laws that if you get rid of too many trees on a property that you run into. Have you ran into issues like that on other sites before?
I have not, but
Yeah.
I've heard it could get, I mean, this is not a lot. We're not removing tree. I mean, this
Right.
Is,
We're
this
just
is
cutting a
backyard-
piece off.
This is backyard shrubs.
I've also heard like if there's nests or and eggs and stuff like that, there's none in this tree, but that you have to literally construction has to get put to a halt
Right.
until they've hatched and they're out of the nest. You know,
Yeah.
that's crazy stuff, dude.
Yeah. That's San Diego.
That's San
California.
Diego, California, really.
Yeah.
Is this the company right here? RD Acostini, or is it
RD
Dig It
Acostini.
Demo?
It's Dig It Demo.
Dig
This
It Demo
is,
and Excavation
Yeah, father-in-law's
Company.
cousin's company.
And you guys do work all over San Diego, right?
Yeah.
Well, you guys take care of us on all our projects, so. Dig It Demo.
Right.
Dig It Demo. Do we need to put some spray paint on the ground, you think? Or do you
Once,
kind of know what we're doing?
No, I think today we're good. I think tomorrow morning, once I get this all removed, kind of create a clear path.
Okay.
And, you know, from that point, I probably want to let these people know that we're coming in.
Yeah, maybe knock on the door because he just said we're good to go. So,
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if they moved everything out of their patio.
It doesn't.
Yeah, they just have a broom there now.
Okay.
So they're fine.
Okay. Yeah. So these whatever these little papers.
And he said they're moving out in the end of this month anyway. So I don't think they're gonna miss the shrubs.
Yeah.
All the spiders in there.
Yeah.
Dude, I should have sprayed my house. I usually buy that stuff that the pros. I found what they actually use.
Okay.
And sprayed it. Never got bugs for like 2-3 years. It starts with a T. I forget what it is, but I did a bunch of research. Like, what are these guys?
Terstol? No.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But you have to mix it like 5-to-1 or something. And
Yeah. It's strong.
I didn't spray this year. And dude, last night we had 2 big old spiders in the house. I'm like, dude, I need to get that stuff. We need to spray now.
all the time.
It always comes at the beginning of summer, dude. Like right here in June, July.
Yeah.
You start seeing those spiders come out, dude.
Yeah.
Last summer we had a snake, and Madison lost her mind, dude. She called me. She's like, "You need to come home right now." I was like, "All right, babe, I'm coming."
There's no snake spray.
I'm on this. We don't have a snake spray, but she's like, "Oh, it's crazy." We had that huge fire. Well, 2 of them in the past week.
Up on the hill, right by the 15. Oh no, like
There was
recent
2 of them. So I listened to the fire scanner, right? You also hear all the 911 calls that come in, and I didn't know that you can call 911 for a snake, but a snake call came in. It was like, it was like,
it was your wife.
No, it wasn't, but that would be hilarious. It was like engine 521, snake removal to this address, please. And I was like, oh my goodness. I mean, I was thinking like if it's some little old lady or something, you know, if it was a rattlesnake. I mean, we get those all the time here in San Diego. It's like, that's crazy.
I was the local neighborhood snake removal kid at my parents' house.
Oh, were you? Come get it. And you're like, yeah, I get to go get it, dude.
I keep it in my garage.
It's so cool. Put it in a cage, feed it mice.
Snakes at one time.
Dude, you are.
In a big cage.
My dad had like 4 ball pythons.
Okay.
Not poisonous, right?
Yeah.
I didn't like them. I was like, Dad, what are you doing, dude? We had a tarantula at one point. We had a scorpion at one point. 4 snakes, mice, cats, dogs. Just like, dude.
What is this?
No wonder I don't like pets, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I grew up with like 20,000 in the house at any given time, dude. It's like,
and not the tarantulas and that's not like the standard American pet.
no, not at all. All right, so I just went over with Phil. They're gonna start jackhammering today. They're gonna move all that dirt out of the way. I'm gonna call Angel. We'll get everything ordered that we need. We don't need it right now because it's gonna be a while before he's done digging.
Yeah, we don't. We got some sticks over there still. We have all the 45s, 22s.
We got 45s.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't use any. So.
Everywhere, dude.
For what?
There's I have to watch on the camera, like for people's license plates. Technically, you're okay, but like addresses and street name, because, bro, I had one guy, I didn't even have an address on it, and he's like, "Bro, I know right where that is." So I hid him from the channel right away. I was like, "You don't be doing that, dude."
Yeah.
Like, he's like, "Look at that garbage dump. I know right where that is." That's what he said, something like that. Like,
Okay,
like, dude,
thank you. Man.
they don't realize on YouTube that you can hide them from your channel.
So they'll comment and do whatever.
They think that they're still commenting.
It will say posted.
It'll still say posted,
Will they be able
but
to see it?
nobody, they can see it. It looks like it, but they'll get no responses. And it's like, dude, this is my channel, bro. Who do you think you are? Don't come on here saying stuff like that, because guess what? Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. Like, no.
But he doesn't know that.
He doesn't know that. People don't know that, and they don't know when they're hidden. And so if you're commenting on a lot of people's videos,
Right.
and you never get a response, it's probably because you're hidden, bro. It's probably because
like
they
what you're
took
doing.
you away. Did you know this guy's getting married?
I heard no. I did not know. I knew you were talking to him about you're going to be proposing.
Oh yeah.
He did.
That was cool. What I heard.
Yeah, he proposed.
Nice.
Me and Josh have been telling him for like 2 years, like, bro, come on, what are you doing?
That's awesome.
Okay, so you guys are good?
Yeah, we'll knock on their door, tell them what we're going to be doing here.
Okay, and we'll come back down tomorrow.
Okay.
And I'm gonna call Angel and get all the conduit ordered, and we'll just double check. But I don't think you guys are gonna have it all dug today, are you?
No, I'm not.
You're not digging it all. You're doing all the
jackhammer.
jackhammer.
All painted. I want to take this all to the dump, get it out of here, and then.
Okay.
and then tomorrow will be all.
That'll be perfect.
Yeah.
Because I'll have all the 90s and everything. We'll lay them out and we'll spray paint them.
Cool.
And then boom. All right, let's go see our boys at Rexel. What's up, guys? I wonder if this is a good headlamp, a German style helmet. What does that look like?
Half helmets, and it kind of flares out a little bit.
Like an old military helmet? Really?
Yeah, but it's like a motorcycle. It's a motorcycle helmet.
That's like from like Battlefield 1942, the game, dude. That's cool. Okay.
I'll ride my bike tomorrow. You'll see it.
Okay. All that Enlight product, that's here.
Yeah.
So I can schedule that job. It's already here.
Yeah.
I just need to pay for it, right?
Yeah. No, you paid for it.
Did I really?
Because you had to pay for it in order.
Oh, that's right. Bro, I love it when I do that. All right, well, let me call him. Oh, no, I'll pick it up right now. Yeah, let's get it. I wonder how many of the YouTube guys have done Enlight before. Yep, there it is. Let's see. Okay, what we got here? One bridge, and then motion sensors, NCM, RJB. All right, we'll do this one in a couple days. So we need 10, 20, 30. Let's do 16 sticks of 4-inch, 2 Schedule 80, 48-inch sweeps. Who's this? Phil, what's up?
You gonna be available in about like maybe an hour or so to come lay this out with paint?
Oh, I thought we were gonna do that tomorrow when you were back with the backhoe.
That's fine. Yeah. That's fine. Okay.
We'll be there first thing in the morning, like 7 a.m.?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, the most critical part is just making sure everything's cautioned off every day.
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. You got the Schedule 80 48-inch sweeps. And then let's go 1, 2, 3, 4 2-foot 45-degree bends. Schedule 80's fine.
Schedule 80?
No, I'm sorry. Schedule 40's fine. Sorry about that. And then 24-inch or 36 if they don't have 24s. That's fine. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get 6 36-inch sweeps, 4-inch conduit. And then let's go ahead and get 4 22-degree bends and 2 4-inch straps, 2-piece, and that's it. Okay, sounds good. Alrighty, thank you guys. What the heck? Why you guys got a little, what is wrong with you? Is that like remote controlled so every time everybody walks out? Thank you guys. So all of this stuff is for a project. It's an existing building and they have lighting that the system is starting to fail. We've already done some preliminary work to make sure that these new components are actually compatible with the old system. So it should work. I hope so. Well, that's it for this one. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. We'll see you on the next one.